Welcome to Second Listen Saturday on the Parenting Roundabout podcast, where we share some fun moments from a past episode for your weekend listening pleasure. Look for new episodes every Monday through Friday. Are you taking care of yourself? How's your teeth, Nicole?
My teeth? Well, I have to go back tomorrow for the second root canal.
Oh, gosh.
So, yeah,
man.
And I was actually seriously debating postponing it.
You could say, I would love to have this dental work done, but I have a cheesecake. I gotta finish the cheesecake.
I know,
Well, it's
and
soft.
I would have, but my mouth started to it started to hurt yesterday, so I do have to take care of it. I do have to take some time out and take care of myself.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what our topic is right now, where we're talking about taking care of ourselves, and if parenting has gotten in the way of that, or if you are using it as an excuse to get in the way of taking care of yourself. And I find I use parenting as an excuse for the most part these days.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad. I mean, my kids are older and they're not around the house as much, so it's really sort of hard to
shoot. See, mine still live at home, so I can still got to take my son places. He doesn't drive, so gosh.
Yeah.
It's so hard to plan.
See, I'm running out of opportunities. Like, I
You made your kids independent. This is where you went wrong.
That's the problem. Yes, they are quite independent. So I find that my list of excuses has dwindled. My list of reasonable, believable excuses has dwindled.
Well, surely podcasting can provide you with a few.
Yeah.
We'll help you out.
Can. Yeah, it can.
Well, you did put off your root canal to record the podcast the other day.
I did, and I've definitely put off exercising to record the podcast.
But not eating cheesecake. The cheesecake you brought with you.
That I can
found a way to make that happen.
Yeah. That I can work out. But
yes.
I don't know. How about you guys? I mean, Catherine, you seem like you are pretty good at
this family fitness. Tell us about how you take care of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at it, I would say. But that's especially because I have been freelancing for so long, that I've been able to set my own schedule. And so sometimes I think that I'm actually using that now as an excuse not to, be a little more ambitious with my career because I'm like, well, I can't, how could I do all the things I do? Like, take walks and listen to podcasts and record podcasts. If I had a job in an office, wait a minute. So yes, I mean, I'm pretty good about doing things like exercising and, making doctor's appointments and that sort of thing. But I do find that I use my need for flexibility in my life as possibly an excuse for other things. So it can go both ways, I guess.
See, I am completely capable of using freelancing as an excuse not to do anything that I don't want to do because I got work to do. How can I possibly? I've looked at my schedule. I've got so much due. I can't possibly be away from my desk for a couple of hours. How would I ever get everything done? So it used to be parenting, and now more and more it's work. And mostly it's just that I don't want to do it. But it is
sometimes
also
it really is work.
I mean, I sit in the waiting room with my computer, and occasionally I sit in like the examining room with my computer working until the doctor comes in. But, and probably because I work that much, I really should go see a doctor. But I also find that quite often when I do take the time to go take care of myself and see a doctor, it's unsatisfactory. I don't feel like it's like I say, okay, finally I got a problem I got to go talk to a doctor about. And then I go to the doctor and he doesn't have immediate answers. And what the heck? I've scheduled you in for a couple of hours of my valuable time to solve all my problems now. So
Terry, just do the doctor visit online then.
Now I might. But I've had this thing sort of on and off for quite some time. And this is the sort of thing where, on an intellectual level, I know that as a parent, it's important for me to be around. And so therefore, I should take care of scary things, because if I have all this time for my kids and then I drop dead, that's not going to be so good for them. But I've had this sort of like heart palpitation thing. If I take like a long walk uphill, or I go upstairs, or I have to stop and like put my head down. So I went to the doctor about that because I was concerned about it. And he said, okay, fine. And he sent me to get one of these stress tests where they put radiation in you, which freaked me out. And then the guy just said, oh, you seem fine. So now it's just stress. So, well, fine. I'll just move to an island somewhere and live a stress-free existence. It'll be great. So it's like, I still feel concerned about that, but I've already been to the doctor about it. He already sent me to the specialist. The specialist said, So do I want to like take more time to go to see different doctors? I do not. The thought of doing that stresses me out.
You kind of want to figure out where it's coming from. I mean,
well, I do, but I mean, the thing is, truly, it could be stress. It could be lack of sleep. It could be any number of things that I'm really not prepared to do anything about. Or it could be a serious health condition. It could be too much cheesecake. It could be a lot of things.
But if it were something super serious, wouldn't they have found that?
I would like to think so. I have my doubts about this. And this is another reason, like, you make the time to go to the doctor, and then if you don't like the doctor, do you like then go around taking time finding other doctors to go to? Because I went, both for some reason within the space of a year, both my husband and I needed to have this nuclear stress test. And I went, and the guy said, call me and I'll tell you the results. And so I, after a week or so, I hadn't heard from him. I called him and he said, I didn't find anything. My husband took it, and he was made a follow-up appointment to come in and talk to the doctor as a follow-up to be told we didn't find anything.
The exact same
thing. So I'm
like,
what, do women just have to make a phone call and get the kiss off, and men get an appointment? I was a little offended. There was a male doctor. So, the whole thing just left me feeling like, you know what? I'm just going to take care of myself. I don't have time for this health stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just going to.
Oh, you know what you're doing to the, health OCD in me.
Yes, I know. You're going to have 50 things it could be by tomorrow.
I'm going to have
She is going to be Googling like crazy.
I already am.
I too have Googled, Nicole. And it's completely possible that it could be stress or lack of sleep would cause these symptoms and other changes that women deal with. So I just got to assume it's that. But so I have not, I don't know that I was ever a really sincere and persistent goer to the doctor. But
goer to the doctor.
But I'm definitely way less since I've been a parent, and way less since I've been a lazy old lady, and way less since I've had a lot of freelance work to do.
And you know what, for me, is like making the phone call to make the appointment is probably the biggest hurdle.
Yeah.
Like I have to write on my calendar, make appointment to get a new battery for the car, make an appointment, make the phone call to set up grooming for the dog. Like the dog's toenails are like
I know.
6 inches long.
Yeah.
But it's like, I have to make an appointment. And the groomer, I can actually text her, so it's not even that big of a deal. But, it's like the actual starting the process is the hardest part. Like once it's on the calendar, then I'll do it, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah, but see, I make lists of things I need to do. That's a very good. It's true that writing it down makes it real. However, I'll say list 10 things, and if I get 5 or 6 things done a day, that's a good day. But those same things kind of keep floating to the bottom. It's like the emails that you never quite finish up with. They just hang there forever because you never quite get to them. That's where the doctor's appointments are. They're like 9 and 10.
Oh, yeah, not me.
No, you can be healthy for all of us, Nicole.
That just has to be a priority.
Well, I regret not making time for a flu shot this season because I did have the flu and it stunk. So that will motivate me for next year.
I never get the flu shots. This is the first time I've had the flu in a long time. I like living on the edge, man.
You do. You're stressing me out.
In the back of my head is always, well, if I got sick, then I'd have time to lay around and watch all the TV shows on my DVR. But of course, when you're sick, you don't feel like doing that.
You don't enjoy it. I know.
It's so unfair. You know?
It is.
I finally have some
think
time.
that a lot. Like, it might be kind of nice to just feel crummy and do nothing but lay around. But the time when I had the flu, oof, it was...
No.
Nicole's going to need a lot of cheesecake when we're done with this discussion.
I know.
In a dark room. You should be our health concierge, Nicole. We'll have you deal with all our stuff.
I'll be your reminder. Catherine, it's time for your appointment.
And now that we've got the thing where you don't have to go to the doctor's office, you can just do it on a screen. We should be able to take it that next step and say somebody can use the screen for you. So Nicole can call up the thing and say, my friend is having these symptoms.
That'd be me. I'll do that because that'll make me feel better. What do you think she should do? Something.
She had a clear nuclear stress test, but I feel like that freaked me out. I didn't like doing that. That's one of the things that made me think I should have left this at the bottom of the list for longer because I felt like was I suddenly going to be able to swing between buildings with is that like a radioactive spider? What made Peter Parker Spider-Man? It's like you're injecting this stuff into me. This doesn't seem right. But yeah, I have the time bomb tooth also. I've stopped going to the dentist because the dentist is going to yell at me. So no, I'm not. Our insurance
avoid it.
Our insurance changed, so the dentist I was going to is no longer on our insurance. So this is giving me an excuse to say, gotta find a new dentist. It's number 10 on the list to do that. I'll do it. Gonna do it.
Oh boy!
One day you will talk to me, and I will be screaming in pain for my bad tooth. But it hasn't hurt in 5 years.
It's not good, Terry.
It's not good. It's not good. But parenting, I got parenting. You never know when I have to take somebody somewhere.
Like the doctor.
Yeah. The bad thing is that I've stopped. My daughter is really, really good at making herself appointments for stuff. She's completely taken that over. My son, not so much. And if I don't do it, it just doesn't get done. So when I'm playing hooky from things, he is as well, and that's not good. So I got to train him to make his own appointments.
Right.
But
my kids will sometimes nag me I haven't been to the doctor in a while, or I haven't, I need new glasses or
glass. We haven't gotten. Gosh, I'm confessing to all this bad behavior. We haven't gotten our eyes checked in a long time either, and I'm like having to make the print on the computer bigger and bigger and bigger. So probably I need to do that too. That's number 11. I'll get to it.
We're helping you make your list.
Yeah, that won't work. But oh well.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that when your kids are very little, it's definitely easy to put all this stuff off. But we've continued to find ways to do it, even when our kids are.
And of course, when your kids are little,
and more independent.
Yeah, the joy of taking them to the doctor is enough to turn you off it forever. Yeah. That was not fun.
Yeah.
I hated doing that. I sort of liked it because I felt like I would get answers to things, but just the waiting and all the stuff that went with it. So, I don't know.
While they chew on things in the waiting room.
Yeah, and use up every bit of patience they have so that by the time the doctor's there, they're completely done.
Now it's been
ready to go home.
45 minutes and they're about to lose their minds. Right. Yes.
Yeah, and me too.
Yes.
So, yeah, that seems like the place you want to use the computer version. Here's an iPad, kid. Talk to the doctor. Then they'd probably do really well.
Right. Or at least, here, just look at this weird rash or whatever. Look at this.
Oh, man.
Look at this thing.
That would be nice. I wonder if they do that for kids.
Have you seen the TV commercial where they it's the parents changing the baby's diaper, and they're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And they do
Alexa
the video chat.
them, right?
They do the video call with the doctor, but first the dad falls and brings down an entire bookshelf.
That would be me.